Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's...
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys, and he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line, and the Philadelphia Eagles. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. Their second-year QB leading them. It's the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2017, Dak Prescott.
For a fourth-round selection, Dak Prescott looked as comfortable as a rookie quarterback could look right from game one. And by the end of the year, accumulated a lot of statistics, but the biggest one, 13 wins, which tied him with Ben Roethlisberger for the most as a rookie starting quarterback.
They go play action here on first down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
I'm going to take a good, strong look at the veteran presence in the secondary that is Malcolm Jenkins. Starts at safety, plays cornerback when they go into their nickel sets. He can move inside and cover the slot receivers. He's also a guy who knows how to turn the football around when he picks it off. 3 interceptions in 2016, 2 of them returned for touchdowns.
Here's Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They run again with Ajayi. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Let's break out the spotlight and put on Orlando Scandrick. He's been a safety. He's been a corner. People called him too small to play in the NFL, and he uses that as absolute fuel to stay on the field and beat out highly touted competitors.
The play clock's running down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some room to work. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 43 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They run again with Morris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Morris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it. Loving it.
That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. Second down now after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing now is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Evades him at the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 45 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And it's up and good. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Again, it's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Prescott from the gun. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This will be caught at about the 5. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Prescott yet again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Eli Manning with 1 touchdown pass thus far. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
First down, Wentz. Now he'll escape to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Wentz to throw. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say? Take the top right off of him.
Game-changing speed, and the days in Baltimore good, days in San Fran not so great, but now hoping to get back to his former self.
I would say they have an extremely motivated wide receiver in Torrey Smith. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now it's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Anthony Hitchens leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Prescott from the gun on third. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Foles. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Foles. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Stops short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Now Foles. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And he'll give it here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On second down, Smallwood. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
A first down throw for Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Cole Beasley, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second down, Prescott again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And his throw here's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way. Across the 45. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Smallwood. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Smallwood. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run with Smallwood. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And it was the Vikings able to take home the victory. Case Keenum, 2 touchdown passes in the W. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Play me right now. I'm online right now, let's play.
Well, send me the invite. I'll whoop your ass. I don't have no problem with that. Interrupting my game talking shit. Let's go. I see you still on the broadcast. Get out the broadcast and send me the invite.
LOL, you're confident.
I'm not worried about it at all. Let's go. Now, you want to watch or you want to play?
If I beat you, you have to call me the best Madden player ever.
Look, man. The hell with all the shit talking. Do you want to play or do you want to watch?
What's your PS4 name?
It's Coach Sander. So, capital COACH hyphen, not an underscore, a hyphen, capital SANDER. So again, that's capital COACH hyphen, capital S.
I'm sending the friend request now.
Alright. Go ahead and send it. I'll whoop your ass real quick, man. Wasting my time and shit. See, I'm getting ready to play a playoff game. Come on, man. What you gonna do? You wasting my time here. Time is valuable. Redskins Mafia. Oh my God. I hope you use them whack ass motherfuckers too. If you do, I'm going to destroy your ass. Now what you gonna do? You gonna watch a broadcast or you gonna play? Redskins Mafia. Oh, you wanna play? Okay. Hold on, let me do my depth chart real quick. So Redskins Mafia wanna play, huh?
Take your time, I'm ready when you are, bro, no quitting.
I'm just doing my depth chart real quick. Just give me 1 second. I'll be ready to rock. Cause I haven't played head to head today. I like to do my depth chart. No, I don't quit, so you don't have to worry about that. Ain't gonna be no bullshit like that. The better man wins. Just that simple. No bullshit over here. I don't play that way. You might have to send the invite. I'm not sure. I'll let you know here in a second. Alright, I'm ready. See how see if this lets me take this invite. What color uniform you got on? Redskins Mafia, but you're using the Falcons. That shit don't even make sense. Now we're really whooping your ass. That's some bullshit. Redskins Mafia using the fucking Falcons. Come on.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory.
I don't get it. I don't.
Eagles going up against
All right, Larry, we are due east from nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
How are you Redskins Mafia using the Falcons? I'm confused. And that's an NFC East rivalry game, right? Why wouldn't you use it? Because they suck? Oh, yeah, I know. That's right. They do suck ass.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will
But
not
you want
get
to
a
play in
chance to
FedEx
return
Field.
this one as it's through the end zone
That's
for a
corny as shit. I'm
touchback.
going to beat the shit out of you in this stadium. And I've been to this stadium before.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Give me that shit.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Second down here after the incomplete pass. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
In motion right is Jones. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Coleman now. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Sanu, the man in motion left.
Don't be a dumbass.
Sanu, the man in motion right. They'll run it with Coleman. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through.
Nobody's covering it up. Fuck out of here with that
defense
Portland
delivers
shit.
a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Wentz now on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dontari Poe in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted.
Good defense. Great defense.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Great defense.
Falcons taking over on offense in just a second.
We don't want to see them whack ass dead skin.
In disappointing fashion.
That's why I want to see you
last
play
year
me
was
with.
the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, is this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
You come out of here with a
5
field
yards
goal.
on the carry. Good pickup.
We might let you have that.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Let you get a field
No
goal.
gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through.
Didn't want the field goal, so.
And the Eagles defense able to hold. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
On second down, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay. All right. Let's see how many people you commit. Fuck it. Gotta try it. I don't think you can score on me either, so.
Back live with Charles
We
Davis
just gonna be going back and forth.
It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin
That's
quarter
it.
number 2.
Very aggressive on
They do,
defense. I
however,
like
have a
that. I
tough
like that.
3rd and
Very
long
aggressive.
coming up.
Let's see what happens here.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down.
Very aggressive.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. Pass the
Very
try.
aggressive.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Trey Burton, 67 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is taken at his 4. And he's got some space here. He's
No,
going to take this all the way
I made a
down to the
mistake. It
40-yard
won't happen
line.
again.
CD, I want to get your thoughts on some
I know the
potential
mistake
free
I made.
agents this offseason
Nice try,
before we
though.
change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be resigned. I know.
Nice
but
try,
some
though.
of them, Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move.
We're going to stop that dumbass play.
So
This shit ain't going to help you do nothing.
Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle them up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for them.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Nope.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Give me that.
Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award.
You got a nice blitz.
The Walter Payton Man of the
Got a
Year
nice
award.
blitz. I can't lie.
It's a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call partner. Hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
They run with a jive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
See how you cover it this time. Oh, we got people out there now, huh?
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Working from the gun, Wentz. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Here's a Ajayi. third down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. To throw is Wentz. Aguilar has it. Touchdown.
You ain't got no coverage skill. You can stop the run, but you can't stop the pass. No, sir. Not like that.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember
something like that. So.
I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He went all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Sanu, the man in motion left. On 3rd down. That's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play.
Told you won't get that bullshit ass playoff no more.
57 to go in this first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Not get that bullshit ass playoff no more.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had,
I never play again. That's a damn show.
I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back him up. That worked out pretty well. Getting Alshon Jeffrey as a weapon outside to help them in the passing game. Darren Sproles gets hurt at running back. Corey Clement was signed as an undrafted free agent. He filled in well, and they traded for Jay Ajayi. And how about Jason Peters losing the all-world left tackle? And Halapoulivaati Vaitai, who they drafted the year before, filled in quite capably. They had answers for everything they needed.
Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder, trying to prove something.
They'll run again with Blount. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons.
Gonna have to come with
It's just
something
their
more than
first, so
having
they'll have
LeGarrette
2
Blount.
remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll go Wentz to Blount here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a
Wow,
sudden.
you really tough. You doing that shit out the gate.
3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short.
That bullshit don't work on me, man. I know all the little tricks and shit. I know you can't switch back. It was no big deal.
They score here, especially a touchdown.
It's almost out of reach. Hell, man.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to
call their plays
accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They start on the ground here with Blount. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
We will if we have to. Yeah, you better back that shit up a little bit.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again.
This motherfucker right up the middle every time.
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Donnie Jones now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Not a big deal on that one.
Ass. Run all the way in there!
67-yard punt.
Damn!
The Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Jones will come now in motion right. They begin the drive with Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to
not getting in the box, man. All these trick plays and trickery and shit you're trying, you're not getting in the box, man. You're not.
Almost like a magician. Look over here. But the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And
not getting in the box, man.
Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And nothing doing. He's immediately
not getting in the box.
Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing
not getting in the box, man.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now they try
not getting in the box, man.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success
getting in the box,
getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
That's it.
Still just the 3rd quarter.
We know you're going to try that dumbass play where you put the receiver in motion. You're not getting in the box.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan.
Nope.
And that is going to be incomplete. incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it.
Looked like he had it.
Defense able to hold. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
Can't get in the box, kid.
They really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
You mean if you score?
Is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space.
Coming out in all your little defensive formation. I'm about to nullify all that bullshit real quick. You know what I mean?
Fresh set of downs here. Now Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Figured that bullshit out real quick. Well, it took me a little while. I'm disappointed how long it took me to figure that shit out, but we got it.
On first down, Wentz.
I hit the wrong button. No, shit, I hit the wrong button.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. There he goes.
Oh, you got in the box. Finally. I hit the wrong button on you. You got lucky. You got lucky. Don't celebrate too much too soon now. Oh, you tripping.
Picking it off. They're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball.
Don't start celebrating too soon. You only got lucky. I hit the wrong button. You got lucky as fuck. You still can't score on offense, so I ain't too worried about it. Come on, let's go. I want to jump all in the end zone and shit. Let's go. Setting up your little goal line shit. It ain't gonna work. I don't give a fuck. We know what you get ready to do anyway.
Go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he'll get in for the 2 points, as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So they'll get another shot following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
I know what I did wrong.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays?
Oh, you think you got a little smart on my play? Somebody's still going to be open.
Looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Second down following the incompletion. Wentz now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
You know, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. In motion right is Jones. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On third down, it's Coleman. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Ryan to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From the gun on third down, Wentz flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Time running out here on the play clock. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that stretches this lead to 20-8. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I saw that bullshit he was coming with.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
There defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Finish this game first, man, before you talk about the rematch. Go ahead and lose this game first. Remember you were saying I was confident. If you beat me, I have to call you the greatest Madden player ever. All that shit.
Now blown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
But you Redskins Mafia, where the Redskins at? That's what I want to play.
Just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking
Can I play the Redskins?
all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand
all up
quickly.
in the end zone. Can't nobody do nothing about it.
All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the hit jarred loose.
Oh, we get another
it's
score.
Incomplete.
Who gives a fuck about what he's doing out here.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz going to throw. That's complete. Right around the 8. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
But we will.
This is Ajayi. Oh, able to avoid him. And And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi.
You think you know plays, huh? Think you know plays? Think you know what I'm doing and shit?
Yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation.
Not enough, kid. Not enough.
Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought.
Didn't know enough.
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Throwing it for what?
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Blunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Here's the battering ram Blunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blunt taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Had to.
And that one makes this a 19-point game.
This was fun, man. Thanks. I needed to have some fun today. I appreciate it. Come on, man.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
You asked for it, not me. Remember that.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Throwing his Wentz. Fights him off. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out
Suck,
cannot handle
man.
this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again. To the
Got some
tune of
good
7
defense, and that's
sacks in this
it.
game thus far.
Can't do nothing else.
Wentz to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brooks Reed getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You ain't gonna stop it.
Throwing now is Wentz.
Oh, stop
he's
it.
going to go down again. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Taking time out for what? I'm not giving you the ball back.
And with things
Should've
looking
taken
pretty
knee
good on
on
the
you,
scoreboard, they're
since you
going to
wanna
keep
take
the
a
offense
timeout
out there and
and
go
make you
for
pay
it here
for
on
it.
4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Oh, good.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say,
I'm the best you ever played.
Your discipline, because you came here.
Huh? Do you have to say that, or just I had to say that? I'm not sure.
You didn't consume a single calorie.
Who's the best ever?
What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
Don't feel bad. I was broadcasting, man. You know I can't let you in on the broadcast. He challenged me like that. You know what I'm saying? But good game, though. Good game. Played a good game. Hella defense. Great defense, I must say. Can't lie about that.
So that'll do it for us. For
Just
Charles
don't have no
Davis
offense,
and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL
46
on
passing
EA
yards
Sports.
ain't gonna cut it.
With that,
You know what I
we
mean?
sign off from Landover.
Damn, dude. Alright, I'll play you one more, man. Hey, man, you gotta wait a second while I do something. You don't get to be home? Hell no. Why you get to be home? And you lost. And where the Redskins at anyway? Hold on, man. I'm trying to roll some reefer up, man. Well, give me a second, man. Because you boring me. So I gotta smoke while I play you. Why you won't use them Deadskins, though? What's up with that? Hmm? Man, you about to make me lose my last roll up fucking with you, man. Yo, I don't think you should get to be home, though. For real. On the strength, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you blew that shit. You fucked that all the way up. But we're gonna ride with it. It's cool. I ain't tripping. I'll let you get your get back. Ain't no problem. Give me. Oh, you was playing for real last time, man. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Everybody want to. Come on, man. When you lose, you're not playing for real. But when you win, you playing for real. Like, come on, man. Give me a break with that shit. Come on, don't play like you 12 and 13 years old and shit. Like, just take that L. And from now you want to talk shit, it wasn't a good game. Cause you didn't score no offensive points, none. So it wasn't no good fucking game. You got 6 points from your fucking defense and 2 points from your special teams. That's terrible. You gonna play for real this time, okay. I guess I'm not gonna play for real this time, right? Cause I'm gonna fuck around. No, I'm gonna play you the same way I just played you. That shit pissing me off. You said that. I thought we had a gentleman's game. Now you just trying to negate what I did. Alright, as soon as I get this reefer rolled up, you're done. Can't believe you said that. You gonna play for real this time? Like, what? You wasn't playing for real the first time? We wasn't trying to win? It seemed like you were trying to score to me. Seemed like you were trying to win, you were trying to score, you were trying to play good defense. I mean, you were blitzing the shit out of me. You know, it seemed like you were trying to do those things at that point. So I'm confused. But okay. Just play me for real this time. I'm almost done. About 30 more seconds. See, it's gonna be a nice little... Nah, it ain't gonna be no rivalry. Cause when you lose this one bad, you're gonna have another excuse. I don't like playing people that have excuses all the time, man. If you win, good game. You lose, good game. You know, you gotta win gracefully. You gotta lose gracefully. Can't be no sore fucking loser. I hate them kind of folks. Let's see what we got here. Let's go, chump. We'll play for real this time. Okay. Well, let me make sure I play for real this time. Tell you some guys. Can't believe this guy challenged me to a match.
Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their...
Alright, so what's your excuse when you lose this time, man?
Eagles going up against Ryan's Falcons.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to
Redskins Mafia, but you won't even use your team. That's terrible.
A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Starts with a handoff to Coleman. Space to maneuver at the 40. They find some open field here. The 20, 10, 5. And a cutback left.
Dude, don't get too cocky with it, because...
And he just falls short down at the 1.
Don't get too cocky with it, dude. Come on, man. You know what happened the last game. Now you might just fuck yourself from a touchdown. You're an idiot. I love playing people like you.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So they're going to go for 2. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
First carry for LeGarrette Blount. He finds an opening past the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. From midfield, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Brooks Reed able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's real simple. Sometimes you just have to know when to cut your losses. I mean, to continue to retreat and go backwards, not a good idea. The one silver lining, where the ball is placed, it's really still in a spot for normal punt formation. Not backed up, not where it has to be quick. The punter has to alter his steps. Now he can probably go through his normal stuff. If they protect well, they can punt it out there and help themselves with a little field position.
third down, Devontae Freeman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, it's an offense. You know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was third.
What? You actually putting the ball? You're not going for it on 4th down this time?
I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play.
I don't believe that.
Went in the wrong direction.
Not you.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Sproles. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They run again with a jive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Brandon, if you're not rooting for the defensive team, that was a fun play to watch. 4th down, all the throwing lanes are covered, and this guy says, let me do it myself, and shows off scrambling ability that you just can't teach.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Wentz now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Runs through the contact. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vic Beasley able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to slither by. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. On 3rd down. That's Freeman, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And they'll run it here. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more. Here's they've got it 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now it's Ajayi. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football,
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Brooks Reed in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw, it's Wentz. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing on first is Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He can't get him down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. Man. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd down following the run. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 60 yards. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. and they absolutely needed it. And guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a two-point conversion away from tying this game up. They'll try and run it in. And he'll get nothing out of that one. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now Ryan on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But
go for it. I dare you.
I think are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down Atlanta. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Jones will come now in motion right. They'll run it. Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on 4th down.
Suck.
And this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one, that may have won them the football game.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the lead now 5.
You still suck.
So a miss on his first attempt, but this time he gets back.
It doesn't prove anything.
I know this has surprised you a little bit, Brandon, but you know kickers can be a fragile breed sometimes. You got to wonder what's going through his mind, but he didn't let that first miss impact him one bit.
Hey, I kicked back.
Kick the ball. I know you're upset because I said you suck, because you got a close one. Congratulations. Good game. It's not you. I mean, you took that. You think a 5-point game makes you the best? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field.
My game was clear and concise. You scored no offensive points.
Here comes Eagle offense now.
This doesn't make you the best. You know what I mean? But it was a good game. You know, congratulations.
And I have to look at from the defense's
You
perspective.
feel good about yourself. You should.
I mean, offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end. But
run it back. You think he's so good? Let's go. Best 2 out of 3 will prove it. I think you suck. I think you weak as fuck. I won the first one clear and concisely. You barely won this game. Let's go. Well, no, MUT draft. I don't play that shit. That shit. Let's go. Come back, expose the shit out of that shit.